Well, good morning, modeling community. Welcome back to the channel. We're so glad you're here. Grant with Diamond State Speed Shop, guys. Thanks for joining today. Hey, if it's just your first time here, we appreciate you jumping on the channel, watching the videos. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. We think you'll enjoy this channel. If you like things like how-tos, build reviews, product reviews, build reveals, guys, we think you're going to enjoy it here. Wow, a lot of good stuff. We have a lot of fun. So, hit that like button, subscribe. We appreciate it very, very much. So, guys, hope everyone's having a great week. We did. Super excited to show you what we got today. Guys, we get to reveal our 1990 notchback that we just finished. Super excited about it, guys. So, stick around. We're going to get right into it. All right, guys, welcome back. Here we are at the bench. As you can see, we've got our 1990 Mustang LX, hatchback. This is our, what I call my backyard brawler, weekend grudge car that we just finished up this week. And guys, we're super excited about this one. Posted on Facebook yesterday, and the response I've got has just been phenomenal on this car. So appreciate all of that. If you have seen it on Facebook, you kind of got a sneak peek yesterday. Okay, so anyway, guys, let's walk through this dude and just kind of show you what we got here. So like I said, this is the which kit is this? Oh, this is the I'm losing my box. Where'd it go? It is the Revell 1990 Mustang notchback. I'll call it notchback. Everybody calls these notchback. Mustang drag car. So as you can see, we built it up a little different than maybe what you would typically see with that kit. I wanted to create a budget build that maybe a guy, found a old Mustang and kind of was able to, maybe it'd been wrecked in the front end, maybe he threw some body parts on it to just kind of make a weekend drag racer out of it. So, really happy with the way it turned out. We did some, you can see the paint job. We did some different colored front fenders with the patina on them, a little bit of rust, kind of the same thing with the doors, a little patina deal there. Did a primered front bumper, kind of gave the hood the look of just a fiberglass hood. The guy just kind of took out of the box and threw on the car unpainted. Got some hood pins going on there. So obviously, guys, we did cut the doors open on this one because I wanted to show off the interior. Got a pretty good amount of detail in there. The car itself, all around, we put a lot of time into the detail on this one. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, it kind of starts snowballing. Hey, it's like, okay, let's cut the doors open. Then it's like, then we got to hinge them. And then it's like, well, I want to make it look like it's got bare door panels inside. And then I want to put, the door lock pins. So if you can see it, I'll show you here in a second, but put the door lock pins on it. So that's kind of the way it goes for me, guys. I just, once I start detailing, it snowballs and, it kind of really spins out of control. But hey, at the end of the day, all the detail I put into this, I think works really well. And it gave it a realistic look. So even though it takes a lot of time, a lot of thought process, at the end of the day, I think it works out great. So yeah, so again, guys, we did hinge the doors. Now these doors, the way I hinged them, they're just made to be open all the time. They do move, but I never really made them to where they completely will shut, because whenever I display the car is just going to be displayed with the doors open. That's the way I want it done. So I didn't really see any intent or any reason to make the doors like line up where they're shut and all that. So I didn't take the time to do that, but I did hinge them and put pins in them, and they actually will slide off. See, I got them on some pins there, so they will slide off and on. All I did was drill the inside of the jamb and put some styrene tube in there for those pins to slide in. So pretty easy deal there. But yeah, just looking at the exterior of the car, we got our contingency decals on there. I did do a flat matte paint job on the back side of the car. Again, this isn't a show car. I didn't want it glossy, didn't want it shiny. So that's the reason why we went that direction. So looking on the back here, you can see we got a battery disconnect, push-pull style battery disconnect coming through the tail light there. Do have a burnt rubber effect right there on the back side. Got some rubber slung up, from doing burnouts. And all that is, guys, is it's actually sawdust that I just soaked in panel liner to turn it black. Then I put some glue on the panel and then threw that sawdust on it to give it that burnt rubber effect. Looking at the doors, obviously, guys, that was one of the key pieces about this build that everybody really likes, is that I created the bare interior door panels on this car. Again, just kind of a weight savings deal. The guy took door panels off, just kind of threw them away. So you got the bare door panels exposed there. But all I did was I took the door cards that came in the kit, I cut them up, and I used the factory card that came in the kit. I just removed all of the door handles and latches and everything off of it and smoothed it out. And then I took a reference photo off the internet of a bare door and was able to create simulation my holes and access panels and things on the door that way. Got some drilled holes again, guys, just to simulate a bare door. And then I gave it some depth by taking I think it's 10/1000 sheet of styrene and cutting a top layer to go around certain parts of the door to give it the effect where you kind of got the separation in the factory door panel. So that's how I did that, guys. Built the jambs. This has built-in jambs here. Also on the inside of the car here, it's got the built-in jambs to meet the interior panel. So yeah, that's how we did that. I was really happy with those, and like I said, everybody that's seen it so far has really liked how those came out. Just kind of something off the wall, Looking at the interior, guys, no carpet, bare floorboard in this car. So I did some overspray effect down here to kind of simulate, factory style paint job. This car was painted from the factory. Kind of had some overspray going from the lower rocker panel into the interior floor pan there. Got a racing seat with harnesses and buckles and all that thing on it. The steering wheel is a 3D printed steering wheel from Iceman, and it's kind of a racing steering wheel. It's got the buttons on it for line lock and trans brake and all that. So I took the wires and I ran them from the steering wheel into the dash to give it that detail for the buttons. You can see we've got a Hurst 3D printed shifter there on the floor. Detailed the dash pretty well, two-toned it. And then also, guys, down here on the floorboard, it may be a little hard for you to see, but I did add some styrene, some square styrene down there to simulate that bracing that is on the factory Mustang floorboards. So So yeah, not a lot going on with the interior, but what I did do, I tried to detail it as accurately to a kind of a grudge bracket car as much as I could. So yeah. Um, Coming around to the front, let's pull the hood off, guys, and if I can say it right, and show you the engine there. So this is the kit engine that came with the car. Now I've added some pieces to it from another kit. So this manifold, this trick flow manifold, and the throttle body is from the MCV 302 kit. So and the fuel rails. So basically the whole upper part of the engine. The rest of the engine, the lower short block, is all from the kit. I did use a 3D printed distributor, and also we've got our ignition coil over there. We've got our caster camber plates detailed up, master cylinder as accurately as possible. We got the linkage. You can see the throttle linkage there on the throttle body running into the firewall. And then we also did fuel rails with the anodized fittings going over to the fuel pressure regulator there on the inner fender. That fuel pressure regulator is just scratch built, guys. I just made that out of some styrene and aluminum tubing. So yeah. I heard a good tip from Matt over at Matt's Models and More, talking about painting and detailing up your engines, is try to use some different colors to give it a more realistic effect. Paint your fuel rails a different color. Paint your throttle body a different color from the intake, and those kinds of things. And I think that's a good tip because it really helps the engine come together, and like he said, it makes it look more, at the end of the day, makes it more realistic. So really good tip, and I think by using that, it did make it really come out a lot more realistic. This car was lowered, guys. You probably saw my video when I first started this build about how to, developing your stance, and how you want to get the stance you want and all of that. So, this has some modified suspension on the front and the back pretty heavily. I made new spindles for the front to adjust that ride height. So this is significantly lower than what the kit suspension would be, but that's me. You're going to see all my kits lowered. That's just the style that I go after. Looking inside the interior on this side, we did put a nitrous bottle in there with a scratch built bracket for the bottle. Made that out of some wire and some styrene. And then we've got the braided fuel line with the fitting running up into underneath the dash into the firewall. And then we've also got the battery cable running from the trunk along the floorboard there up into the engine. And we've got some little pieces of bead that we used for the mounting brackets to secure it to the floor. So yeah. So, guys, that's pretty much it. I was going to show you these, if I can get it up here. If you can see those lock pins, door locks. All I did was drill some holes in the top of the door panel, and then ran a piece of wire down in there. So again, another effect, right? Another small touch that, man, makes it at the end of the day, makes it look as realistic as possible. So again, guys, one last spin here. That's it. That's our grudge car, bracket racer, weekend brawler. I'm really happy with the way it came out. A lot of detail went into it. Again, a lot of stuff that just kind of snowballed, but hey, that's what this hobby's about, right? And just having fun with it. And man, that's what I did with this one. This one was a blast to put together, and this kit goes together very, very well. I was really impressed with that the first time I built this one. So really enjoyed putting this kit together. I did tint on the rear, those clear pieces. I tinted those. I did my panel liner tint trick. Same thing with the front headlights. I tinted those with panel liner because they're really bright, chrome if you don't put some kind of tint on them. So that's why I did that. But yeah, so there we are, guys. Our 1990 Mustang hatchback. Sorry, notchback. Get it right here eventually. Done. Pretty much ready to go. I think, guys, I'm going to go planning on right now, going to the Wheat State Model Car Show in Wichita, Kansas in September. This car will be there. So if you're there, you'll kind of be able to see it in person and chat with me, and look forward to seeing any of you guys that are going to be there for that. Sounds like it's going to be a great show. It's an all model car show, so that's going to be fantastic. So anyway, guys, that is it for this one. We've got some more great videos planned coming up. Another build reveal coming up that I think you guys are, not a build reveal, but kind of a, what do you call it? A build announcement coming up, kind of our next car that we're going to work on. So be ready for that. And that'll be a good time. But we've got some other how-to videos, got a couple reviews coming up on the Kaleido paints. I got some of those, used those for the first time. Actually, this car was painted all with Kaleido paints. So I was very impressed with it. So I'm going to do a review on those here pretty quick for you guys. So anyway, guys, we're going to get out of here. This is Friday, getting ready for the weekend. We're going to spend some time at the lake, have some good time, and go to a concert tomorrow for my son's birthday. So that'll be a good time. So you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Again, as Dan the Man from 60s Rule would say, I got my Java juice, and got to have it to get this day fired off and get through the last day of the week, guys. Y'all have a good one. Again, remember, build models, pet dogs. See ya.